What's up? What's up? What's up, collective? This is going to be for my water signs. This is for Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So if you have any of those signs in your chart, if you resonate with those signs in any way, there may be some type of message in here for you. So take what resonates, leave the rest for whoever else may need it. And let's get this going. Let's get it started, okay? Hope you're having a beautiful and blessed day. I know I am, and I'm sending you good energy, okay? We're just going to look at what's going on in the energy, what you may need confirmation on, or whatever you need, okay? So let's tap into the message. Let's do this. Angels, ancestors, guardians, and guides for my water signs. Yes, our higher selves in alignment with the universe, and God is always and forever with us. So let's tap in, let's jump in, let's get going. What is going on with my Cancers, my Pisces, and my Scorpios that we need to discuss today? What is the topic of discussion? Let's see. Let's see what we get for the water signs. Oh, so sorry about that, guys. I got a phone from my child, and of course, you gotta answer. Of course, you gotta answer those. So sorry for the interruption. But the first card we get for our water signs today, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, we get the change in the wind, number 12. There's a new direction. You have a new focus. You're wanting to do something different. You're wanting to change something up. Go ahead and do it. Okay, but there's definitely some changes coming about. Ooh, and then you got Yang. So get started today, I'm hearing. All right, today's the first day of your success. Today is the first day. All right, that uh jaguar cheetah is at the finish line, right? And toward the finish line. Okay, so I'm hearing today is day one where you start something. um I feel like this is one of those situations where today I could feel one way and tomorrow I have a whole new mindset, right? So your mood may be changing, your mind may be changing, but something here has definitely got you active. It's got you motivated. It's got you wanting to get up and do something to make some sort of positive change. And I love that because you know what? Now is the time, right? Now is the time to make changes for ourselves that we want to see. The change in the wind also can feel like something that comes out of nowhere to push you, like that big gust of wind, right? When you're trying to um, go against it, it can be very hard. So there's something here also about not being resistant to the changes. All right, going with the flow of the changes, switching direction and letting things just be. Okay, no control over uh, kind of how things are going to end up, but working hard in the process during the whole time. You know what I mean? So that's that change in the wind here. It's definitely an energy of motivation for the water signs. And I love that for you. Okay, let's see. Let's get some more clarity here. Number 12 and number 1. Those may be important to you. Number 3 and number 1, or 13. Okay. 13 is transformation, it's change, right? It's progress, it's that death and rebirth cycle. So, yeah, we got clarity. So the change in the wind that you're going to have is going to bring in clarity. It's going to bring in some type of vision, right? Your vision is clear. You have a mindset about what you want. You're very focused, right? Very focused on getting to a particular destination, but not so caught up in the whole entire process of how you're going to get there, right? Not so this is where you got to try new things, right? This is where you gain knowledge, you gain information, you look at things, you inspect them. Okay, so your eyesight is important. Paying attention to the small details. All right, when those subtle changes happens, when you feel the wind picking up, it's like almost a signal, right? That breeze you feel, it's like a nudge for you to do something, for you to get going. Okay, so clear vision with no matter what is happening for you. Definitely a positive mindset is going to help you get far. So keep the positive thoughts because they're necessary. Okay, so we have Yang. Let's see. Clarify Yang. Lighten your load. Okay, so this is gonna be work, right? This is the work that you kind of wanted. I feel like this is like picking up the pace, or things are starting to fall into place, so they're starting to feel like they're speeding up. Okay. I like this energy here, but also with lighten your load, it tells you not to do too much, right? Okay. Um, Let's see what's on the bottom. Forgiveness. So don't work yourself too hard here. All right. These changes in the wind are here to guide you. All right. So this is not like brute force, like I'm going to burst my way through something and just, power through it. This is more guided energy. This is very much having clarity and then making a step forward. Right. This is not, this is working smarter and not harder. Okay. With this light and your load and yang. All right. If you got to carry bricks from one place to another, you're not going to carry all 10 bricks at once. You might carry two, right? Get where you got to go and come back for the rest. I don't know, but it's like making a plan that allows for something that's not too rigid, something that allows room for change, for error, for improvement. Okay? So that's what the water signs are here with this energy, and I like it for you. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let's see. Let's get going. Let's get deeper into this. What's going on for my water signs? Let's get a good shuffle. Let's get a shuffle for the water. If anybody needs questions asked, please email me and we can discuss. This is not a live where I'm answering questions for anyone. All right, we have the Five of Cups as the first card. Okay, I feel like this is the energy of a release, of letting go. Okay, there is some sort of pain associated here to something. There's fear here. There's this energy of being or allowing yourself to be drained, right? To release. That drainage, though, is for negative energy. All right. There's some type of remorse here that someone has surrounding you with the Nine of Wands. Okay. You may feel like you're doing a whole lot. You're putting in a lot of effort into something, but something here doesn't feel like it's completely going as smoothly as you want it to. Nine of Wands, Five of Cups. There's a lot of frustration, a lot of, you know, I'm seeing like having to refill out paperwork, right? You may have did everything you thought you needed to do, and then you get denied, and it's like you got to go at it again. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that, but if you accept the defeat, then you have no motivation to keep going, right? You have no motivation. So something about that is like, don't feel defeated. All right, not at all. The Queen of Pentacles is not feeling defeated, is she? You see how she's sitting there all pretty with her coin? She ready. Okay, this is a type of energy where I hear I'm not accepting no. I'm not accepting anything less than what I want. All right, this is something here where it may be a little bit hard to grasp. It may be a little bit hard to reach, but it doesn't mean it's impossible. So you're trying to do something that is almost feels like it's impossible, right? Maybe something you haven't done before. All right, but that Queen of Pentacles is showing me that you are very determined, steady, and focused. A lot of organizing, a lot of I'm hearing moving from place to place. I don't know what that is. So you may be doing a lot of shifting at this time. The World card is here. You're putting an end to something here with this five. Yep. The Two of Wands came out. So you're putting an end to something that kept you in kind of a chokehold, kept you in kind of a place. I'm hearing a sunken place. That is over and done with. Okay? The rainy days are over. Okay? And there's going to be more rain to come because, hey, the rain is always around. But I feel like whatever storm you were going through, whatever you had to look, whatever losses that you had, you dealt with them with grace. You gave yourself grace, and that's a good thing. Okay, but there's definitely an ending here to some sort of frustration, to some sort of struggle. Okay, Two of Wands is get ready. Okay, you cleaned it up. You made it right. Okay, there might have been something wrong that you had to make right, and I see here with that Two of Wands, you have done that. Now you can move on to your next part of the leg of your journey. You can move on to the next phase. All right, you're being approved in some sort of way where you weren't maybe. I don't know. It wasn't the right timing before. I feel like the timing is now. Okay, this Two of Wands also shows me somebody who is trying to get, excuse me, to a particular destination. But in order to do that, they have to leave where they're at, right? So you have to actively leave the environment that is making you feel drained, that's making you feel tired, that's making you feel like your worth is not being, matched or something like that. The Five of Cups. All right, there's a lot of disappointment there, but there's an ending to the disappointment. So Two of Wands is moving into a better space, a better something that you've dreamt of, right? A plan that you've put together. You're very focused on it. Stick to it. All right, so Let me clarify this Queen of Pentacles. Oh, we got a few cards over here flipped. Oh, come on. All right. Let me clarify this Queen of Cups, please, for the water signs. We have the Seven of Wands. Okay, so there could be some type of uphill battle, upward battle. Right, you're climbing up some sort of ladder. You're trying to get up there, and I feel like it is so much more to what you expected. Okay, that Seven of Wands is telling you not to be discouraged. This is a lot of active energy here, especially with Yang being here. So don't be fearful. Right, you may have to do some tough things. Right, this is like the time now where you're asked to do something that may feel a little bit out of place for you, or out of a like it's out of need. Right, you're doing something out of necessity. The King of Cups is here. King of Cups is the water energy. All right, but controlling those emotions, holding those emotions. This also there's resources here to be shared, I'm hearing. Okay, so lightening your load as well also talks about having some sort of help or assistance, making something I'm hearing something bend to your will. I feel like you're also not giving. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I also feel like you're not giving certain emotional responses to things anymore, and that is a blessing. I'm telling you it is, because in a way, whatever your normal reaction was before, if you've started to, like, when somebody talks to you or something negative happens in your life and you don't just instantly get upset, your first thought is, how do I solve this? The first thought is, let me look at the whole situation. Right, it's really about changing that and not letting the emotion of the situation control you. Okay, so that King of Cups is good at that, is seeing the emotion and seeing how he can utilize it to his benefit. That's that manipulation that the King of Cups has, but it's good. It's not a bad thing, because you're bending something to your will, to your power. Okay? But I don't see it as a negative thing. You got the Five of Swords here. Somebody's not going to like it. Okay, cool. There may be disagreements here that you're going to have about how to split things, how to, which way to go or something like that. But there definitely is, believe me, there's a battle that is coming up for the water signs that is going to be one that affects your future. So you really got to move carefully. You really got to move with intention here. This Five of Swords is giving me this energy of, like, you want to scream from the rooftops. You want to fight somebody. You want to say something, but it's like it's not worth your time. You may have a normal response to something. Somebody does one thing to you, and normally you'll snap on them, right? But what I see is like, nope, I can't let this headache get to me. The Ace of Pentacles is here. So you're definitely protecting what it is that you've been working on. You're protecting your emotions, your mental space, all of that, okay? Keeping things out, okay? There's something here that needs to be kept out with this Five of Swords being in this combination. Something needs to be kept out. The boundaries need to be set around someone or something here that is trying to take over, that is a very dominant factor somewhere. At least it appears they're a dominant factor, but that's because it's allowed to have a sense of dominance. Okay. Um, yeah, with the Ace of Pentacles, though, I feel like that's a new route. That's that new beginning of you just like, I can't, um, I have to go where I'm growing. Okay. So go where you're growing. Go where you feel comfortable. Go where there's no headache. Okay. This Five of Swords with the Five of Cups is, I got to cut some things out, some people, places, and things. It may not be pretty, but it's for my own peace of mind and sanity. Okay. You got a whole new direction. Look, the sun is at the bottom. Okay. So you got a whole new sense of purpose when it comes to why you're doing something. Okay. Let me get two more cards here. We have this Eight of Cups has came out for every single element that I did. I did air and I did fire. The Eight of Cups has come up. So there's a lot of leaving behind. The Page of Wands here is an exciting new beginning, an exciting destiny or destination, something that is exciting you, that's drawing you away from this old feeling of, like, again, I've been here too long. I've been doing the same thing for too long without any representation, recognition, or reward, I'm going elsewhere. Right? I'm going to take my time and my efforts elsewhere. 10 of Wands is at the bottom, lightening your load. What are you carrying with you as you leave, and what are you leaving behind? And whatever you leave behind, don't look back for it. All right? I'm seeing that story from the Bible. I don't know the Bible that well, but I do know that there's a story about the lady that was told not to turn around. I think it was with Lot, right? Told the family, just go. You'll be fine. You don't got to worry about what's happening in the trenches back there. Okay? But the minute you turn around, that's when you taking yourself right back into the past. The minute you start to reminisce about and memorize and do all of that, that means you was never ready to really go forward. When in reality, it's the time for you to do it now. Okay? So remember that part. All right. Let's get 3 cards here of advice for the collective of the water signs, please. What is that advice? Self-care. All right, so that's definitely important, self-care, because you have to worry about yourself. Yeah, I feel like you have a lot of responsibilities that don't need you. Like, they're not your responsibilities, but you kind of deal with them in a way. But they're not yours. So self-care means you're putting yourself in the top spot. Look at that. New home and go now. Can't make it up. All right, because there's some place again where you're not supposed to be that you're in, that you haven't quite left yet, or even if you have, don't think about the old place, because you're in a new space and you had an opportunity to get out of somewhere that others may never see, right? It's not an opportunity that everybody has to get out of the trenches. So don't play with this energy. When it say move, move. All right? Just like that. I don't know who sings that. When I move, you move. Just like that. That's how you listening to God. That's how you listening to your ancestors, all right, and your guides. Whew, this is a good message, my water signs. I love it. All right, get those likes up. Like it says, I appreciate everybody that's been here with me. I'll be back with more. Don't you worry. Talk to you later. Deuces. Bye.